Hey everyone, welcome back to another Alliance War video. I forgot to record like the intro going over the fights, but this is War 7 right here, and I just have two fights this war, so it's kind of short and sweet. That's why I'm combining Wars 7 and 8 together. We are up against... Is this GT? I think this is the GT war, yeah, because, I only have the two fights. And I'm taking both of this Terrax and Korg on Path 7 Section 2 with Dr. Doom. I ascended him just for this war. You know, it was a long time coming. Dr. Doom is still one of the strongest champs in the game, just from the myriad of matchups that he can take and the amount of control that he has on these fights. Terrax is not, like, his best matchup ever. He does okay, but with Terrax being immune to not just shock, but also, like, power drain / like, power steal or whatever it is, Doom can't really control the fight in the way that I want. However, I can just play Terrax how you typically play against him, which is don't stay in his rock field for too long, just kind of wait it out, and then I'll just use my special 2s to get in like a decent chunk of damage. You know, Doom has a really high base attack rating, while also you know, I have like all the big boosts on. In fact, I think I put on really big. I think I put on like all max boost for this one, even though it's just two fights, because it was GT. You know, we wanted to beat him. Even though we got our ass handed to us in this war, it was not close. We choked hard, but that's neither here nor there. Just slowly taking down this Terrax here, taking a little bit of chip damage, but it's really not a big deal. I could have also used Absorbing Man for this fight and the next one as well, but I was originally assigned Doom. We talked about it. There wasn't like a huge difference between how they were going to handle him. Doom was going to be better for Korg, Absorbing Man was going to be better for this fight, and I didn't really care. So, and I wanted to ascend Doom anyway, so I did Doom. And yeah, it's just get the special 2, drop it, bait a special from him, stay away from him as long as I can. I can try and nullify some of those indestructibles and get MD from it. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole fight, and he's going to die shortly after this. I just kind of back up, and down he goes. A little over a 2-minute fight. Again, it wasn't the best matchup for Doom, but he does it pretty safely, and I don't take... I took a decent chunk of damage, honestly. It's kind of annoying. I'll probably need 2 potions to get through this. Yeah, 2 potions for 2 fights. I guess it's not terrible, but anyways, putting on guidance. That was another thing. Doom is better for Korg because I can apply guidance here, and I can just parry him normally. I don't have to bait any heavies or whatever that I would have to do with Absorbing Man. And then yeah, I was the reason I was only taking 2 fights this war. I didn't necessarily request to have a light war, but you know, I've had 2 deaths, 2 bosses, and I died in like kind of tough ways, so it's not like I was playing terribly, but you know, it does kind of shake the morale of anyone to die, you know, back to back, especially to the same matchup. So Lizer does a good job of like recognizing if people kind of need a bit of a break and trying to give them that. So I appreciated the light war. I'll be pre-fight duty as often as I need to be. And here I just got to be on the lookout for whenever he has his rock stacks. He could shrug some of the fatigues that the node places on him, but yeah, so he'll get like some energize going on, but it's really not all that much. And this is a rank 3 low sig Korg, so not many of those are going to end up getting shrugged. I think at max sig it's like 50% of them. Also, I don't know why I dropped my special 3 when I did. I should have taken off a few more rock stacks so it would deal damage, but whatever. Just gonna tap him a few times, steal his power, get up to my special 2, and what do I do here? Nah, I was thinking about going to my special 3 and going the full cycle, but I decided against it. I just wanted to go ahead and get the special 2 off, and I think I made the right move there, because I'm just gonna get one more like no fury special 2 off. At least I'm thinking I do. Yeah, and he's gonna die from this. So I think that was the right choice. Probably saved 10 seconds or so. So yeah, that's the end of the GT war. Moving on to this next war, I think we're up against ggir. This is war 8. My team this war is going to be Blade, Viv, and Who's my third? Oh, Maestro. Right, yeah, I got 2 fights in Maestro. Cool. So if I remember correctly, I just have path fights this war. Got path 6 in section 1, that's Spot and Iron Man, and then path 4 in section 2, Dust, and then Future Ant-Man. Yeah, that's some fun fights in here, especially using Maestro is kind of cool, especially the Iron Man fight. He kind of surprised me in it. But first off, Blade versus a dimensional being, and the dimensional being Spot. That's a weird way of having to phrase that sentence, but it was right. Anyways, Blade's gonna make very quick work of this guy. The only thing that I honestly didn't even think about in this fight was all of the buffs that the node puts on him. And then he gets this buff immunity debuff, and I get a couple ruptures on me. I was like, huh, what's going on here? But honestly, it doesn't matter. They don't do a lot of damage. I'm going to be failing a good chunk of them because I'm Blade. And yeah, now I just need to get up to my special 2. This wasn't the fastest Blade fight. Honestly, this should have been a 30-second fight. But I dropped a special 1 for some reason. I think I was just trying to get some extra hits in and get clarity. Anyways, Iron Man Infinity War, aggression prowess. The only concern with this node is, 1, the prowess that he gets, right? You don't want to let him stack too many of those, and if he does, make sure you dex the special, or at least don't get hit by it. I guess I could block it if I wanted to. And secondly, his like final phase when he gets all the armor and he gets all the power gain as well. I think the power gain is connected to the SIG, and I'm assuming this is probably a low SIG Iron Man, so it shouldn't be too bad. Or maybe it's not the power gain, but the number of armors. Anyways, but I don't have to worry about him auto-blocking me at the end so long as I have clarity. So really, it's just the power gain. Ideally, I don't want to be eating a special 3 from this guy because it places a plasma on me. It doesn't place like 2 of the effects and then it forms into a plasma. It's just straight up a plasma. So don't want to deal with that if I can. And here I'm just ramping him up. I eat a heavy, which was sick, but it does like no damage because I have the 100% glancing buff. And now I special 2. Does like a nice amount of damage, but now I have the 3 passive furies and I can start spamming my special 1 as soon as I get the opportunity, get a few hits in. And yeah, this does a pretty decent amount of damage. I was very impressed by that, and I'm almost back to another special 1, so I relic here and then drop it immediately, and yeah, down he goes. Didn't even have to worry about that final phase. I was super impressed with how well he did in this fight, and it was only a minute long. I think that was a rank 3 Iron Man. I wasn't even checking in the time. All right, cool. Viv versus Dust. I've done this matchup a lot. If I remember correctly, I finally did a matchup like cleanly, where I didn't get hit. I didn't take power sting damage like I do on the other node. I think this was just a really safe, really clean Viv matchup, which is nice to see. Yeah, I still stand by her being the best option for this node. She's not the fastest, like champs like Warlock can do it faster by just like getting that special 2 and spamming it with like power backs, but I think she's by far the easiest and safest option. You just got to know how to parry, and then you just got to, the special 2 skill checks, they're honestly really easy. In the first one and the last 2, I never miss, right? So it's honestly just a really good matchup for her. I want to say I hit like all of them. Yeah, I hit all of them on this matchup. Look at that. I'll have to do the math on that later and see how hard that special 2 hit, but that was a decent special 2. And then, yep, got the special 1 spam here. Throw one of them, throw another of them, whatever. And yeah, down she goes. Didn't even survive to the end of that, and I have 1 more locked and loaded. If she had another 150k health, Viv is still doing that matchup in her normal cycle. So Viv is insane. I think that gives her a reach of like 550, right? Yeah, like 550,000 or something like that. Like that's her reach with, and that's not even all the way max boost, and I could do 3 out of 3 recoil. So she might even have a reach of close to 600k in 1 cycle, which means that in every fight that's 600k health or less, you're doing it in ideally under a minute. That's pretty impressive in my opinion. All right, cool. So got this Maestro versus Fam here. I have well, I actually don't have my Pierce yet. Now I have my Pierce. And he's not gonna be getting any more of those nano armors, and just need to push him to special 2s ideally, and just block him. I don't know why I parried that. That was such an unnecessary parry right then. That's funny. Here I get my special 2 off. Got my 3 passive furies. Got a decent amount of damage there, not terrible. And now get into the special 1 spam. Yeah, nice amount of damage there. And just gotta bait out the special 2. This time I'm not gonna get tricky with it and try and parry the last hit. I still have no idea why I ever did that. And then yeah, special 1 will end it. And that'll do it for those 2 wars. We lost the GT, but we did beat whoever this was. I forgot to check the tags during the fight. I'm pretty sure it was ggir. But anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video.